team, a little quick update for Bax On Track. We have Amalavita who trialled the other day. She needed that trial, she needed the experience. She sat back on the gate, so she jumped last, travelled up really well, caught them from behind, looked for a space or a gap to take, but there wasn't any. So, and then she just blew out the last 50 metres. But I was really happy with that trial. Cameron Lamis said she gave him a really good feel. And so I'm, all in all, wonderful tick for the box for experience, and moving forward to the next trial, I think we'll see a big difference in her. Starlight Express, she did a similar thing, played up at the back and actually just didn't breathe the race, choked down and didn't breathe. So Cameron just sat on her. It did look really bad. Cameron got off though and was very excited about her and said that he really liked her and gave him a really good feel. So don't be disheartened. Sometimes this happens. It's all about experience. We'll take her away from Ruakaka somewhere else and get her a bit of travel experience and take her to a different track and see what happens then. But yeah, it's just maturity. It's just growing into themselves and learning experiences and you know. So I was really happy that Cameron got off and gave her the big thumbs up, because it did look really bad watching it. But no, that she has every excuse in the book. So. Los Angeles, she's working really well. She's expected to go to Ellerslie next weekend. However, I know that Chris and I really want a wet track for her, because I really think it played into what happened last time, the track conditions. So I really would like to see her with her blinkers on and clear air, get her in the 1-1 perhaps if she can make it there, just to clear away from the horses and on a soft track if we can find it. Obviously if we're not going to get it, we're not going to start her. I think that's probably the feeling about that. Why start her if she's going to get a hit in another reasonably good track? It's not going to suit her at all. Then we have Ruby Armani, Team Maggie. Team Maggie, she's starting on next weekend on the 25th. She's in the Group 3. Jake Bayliss, I think, is booked to ride. And so moving forward, all I know is that she's been eating, she's been doing really well. They're very happy with the way she's done. So I'm glad about that, because some horses do extremely well when they travel. And she's shown that when she's gone down to Awapuni, and she does like to get away from her home track and her surroundings. So I'm very excited to see how she does next weekend, and hopefully she'll get a nice draw and a good run in the race as well. We've got Dance Dance Dance, who's about to head back into pre-training. We've been speaking to Chris and Michelle, and we have an outline of where we want to be and how we want to be for spring. So I'll start bringing her back into training a little bit. She's getting very fresh, very happy, very well in herself. She's jumping around the paddock on all fours, and yeah, she's one happy horsey. So it's better off that she's doing a little bit of something instead of, you know, gallivanting around the paddock and acting the goat as sometimes she is. We have the other horses. Can You Handle a Jandal? She's spelling as well, and she's right beside Dance Dance Dance, and she's doing extremely well. Same as the contributor filly, they're both in the same paddock, and they'll be coming back in for another little prep just to keep them ticking over, and more than likely the contributor filly will head up to Logan Racing in August. She seems like a 2-year-old type. There are shares available, so if you're interested in getting involved in a 2-year-old type of filly, or a filly in general with a wonderful pedigree, let me know about her. We had the beautiful Ocean Parks out there, and I'm looking at them now. We have shares available in those two fellas as well. The Ocean Park out of Run Easy. Well, Run Easy had her daughter won in Ballarat over the last week, and that's very exciting. The trainer is very, very excited about her, so that's a nice little pedigree update for Ocean Park Run Easy colt. And as I said to you before, he's got a lot of leg under him, and he looks just like a Derby type of horse. he's also Karaka Millions paid up for the entry fee, and so he's got a lot of bonuses and ticks a lot of boxes, that colt. So interested in getting involved in a wonderful colt, I would say definitely get involved with him. The same with the Ocean Park Songfest colt. He has shares available and will be headed off to Roger James for his racing career. He's in work at the moment, so everybody involved in him. He's doing a lot of lunging. I'm just lunging him to keep him strong. I'm working on his top line, his neck, and it seems to be working really well. So there's a lot of lunging involved. And just keeping him working, because obviously I don't want to do pounding around the tracks, because that's not good for the legs all the time when they're growing and maturing. So he's looking smashing, and as you know, he's quite a dashing looking boy with his flaxen mane, so he looks absolutely fantastic, and I hope you've been getting the photos. Who else? We've got Bright Abyss, the Bright Abyss filly called Devotion in Motion. She's doing extremely well, and she will be headed off to... she should be in the stables of Graham Richardson by August. She'll finish off her little prep this time, have a wee spell, and then back in work. And she will have to get organised and a schedule organised for her, as she's still aiming for the Karaka Millions at the end of January. So I had a meeting with Graham the other day, and we're just trying to make sure that her program is in line with what we need to do to get there, and make sure that she's happy and well at the same time. So Devotion in Motion looking absolutely fantastic. She has a rare end on her that you cannot miss. So let's hope that she can put all that powerful booty into work when she comes onto the track, because she's certainly got the mentality, a perfect mentality for it. She's very professional the way she handles herself, so that's a great thing. Other than that, I can't think of any other of the horses that I need to update you with at the moment. Everybody else is they're doing really well. All the horses are doing really well. There's nothing to complain about or tell you about or anything like that. I just hope that this winter and this season we do well, and of course everybody prepares himself well for the spring carnival, because that's always great fun to have a horse and racing around Ellerslie and for the spring carnival overseas in Australia. So thanks team, I hope you're having a wonderful weekend, and that's Bax On Track.